I knew who was, or rather, what was responsible. A vampire. And a clumsy one at that. Slade was going to be pissed, especially if the vamp was a new arrival who hadn't bothered to pay the blood tax. Either way, once Slade found out, there'd be a reckoning. I almost wished I could be there with a bowl of popcorn when he found the guilty party. But he definitely wasn't going to hear about the botched kill from me. Vampire politics weren't my business. Not anymore. That reminder shook up a cocktail of emotions. Longing and jealousy mixed with something else. Something about being a spectator to someone else's kill. Something about second-hand adrenaline leaving me hollow. Something about loneliness. A siren demanded attention. The crowd split apart, their eager eyes tracking the arrival of the medical examiner's van. As I backed away, the phone in my pocket vibrated. Fishing it out, I glanced at the screen. Shit. Hi, Adam. Where are you? He asked. Ogling a crime scene. Across the street. You better hurry. Giggle is already pacing. Tell him to chill. The concert doesn't start for an hour. In the background, I heard Giggle's deep voice asking if it was me on the phone. Adam affirmed the demon's suspicion. Tell that misbegotten daughter of Lilith to get her scrawny ass home already. I don't want to miss Pussy Willow's opening number. Guilt made me cringe. I should already have been up in that apartment, preparing to head out to Vane. Instead, I was standing in a crowd of mortals eyeing a crime scene like a voyeur. I'll be up in a sec. Okay, Adam said. Love you. My stomach jumped. Surprising how those 3 little words could still pack such a punch. You too. I clicked the end button and shoved the phone back in my pocket. The coroner watched his assistant load the body into a black bag. I couldn't get past the feeling that the bag looked a lot like one used to collect trash. For some reason, the sight made me feel heavy, like someone had thrown away a perfectly good life. I shook my head to clear away the maudlin thoughts. I had a date with a hot mage, a mischief demon, and a drag queen fay to get to. With a sigh, I turned my back on the bagged body, the eager bystanders, and the scent of blood. A block or so ahead and across the street, the spires and turrets of Britannia Place loomed. To some, the Mage Fortress with its gray stone and gargoyles might seem macabre, a Gothic anachronism crouching sullenly between ambitious skyscrapers. But the warm golden lights beaming from all those arched windows and the promise of friendly mage faces waiting inside called me home. As I walked, bright night eyes peeked from between the leaves and branches of Central Park's tree line, beckoning me like crooked fingers toward memories of darker times. Back when using humans like fast food was standard operating procedure, and my motto was, kill first, avoid questions later. But that was then. Now I shook off the cold fingers of those shadow memories. That old life was over. I was happy now, settled, safe. I'd left the cold, blood-soaked world behind in favor of one filled with warmth and magic. I finally reached the gate set into the base of the building. Entered my code, scanned my hand, spoke into the intercom. The gate popped open and I slipped inside. But I couldn't resist turning for one last glimpse of the commotion. A flash of red hair down the block caught my eye. I took a step forward for a better view. She turned her head, giving me a clear view of her face. I didn't recognize her, but she was definitely a vampire. If the hair hadn't been a dead giveaway, the smile on her face as she watched the scene told me everything I needed to know. Yes, she was definitely a vamp, but was she also the murderer? I felt eyes on me, a palpable but unmistakable sensation. Figuring the chick had spotted me, I kept my eyes averted.